Guys, today I am filming my plan to pan for 2024. I am so excited to film this video. I have had a list going on my phone for at least 6 months now that I have continued to edit. I actually had a lot of things on this list that I was able to work on in 2023 and use up, which felt amazing. And boy, do I have a lot of stuff going on here. I might be shooting for the stars, but I'm gonna try my best. And the reason I'm really going ham is because I really surprised myself last year. If you didn't see last year's year-long project pan videos, I'll have my playlist linked. And I did not expect to finish that many things last year because I was going to be focusing on more full-size products. When previously I've been able to hit my 100 empties goal because I had at least 40% minis, and this past year was not going to be the case. Well, spoiler, I don't know if this is going up after my year-long empties. I think it is, but I was able to use up 100 makeup products, with majority of them being full-size, almost brand new products, which was amazing. I was so proud about that. I also have a ton of lip products in here because I got through so many last year, which still amazes me, but I do work full-time as a therapist, and I reapply my lip product before each of my sessions, which can be 4 to 8 times a day. So that means I am putting on lip product way more than the average person, but this does not feel wasteful, and it just feels amazing to be able to get through so many products. So I have so many things picked out, and then I also have some products that are maybes that I want to talk about at the end, get your thoughts on them. Some things that, like, if I somehow manage to get through all of these, I would like to work on, but I'm a little unsure of. And this is going to be so fun. It's going to be a long video, so you know, strap in. But as I was choosing my products this year, I wanted to focus on things that were older in my collection so I could use them before they went bad. I wanted to focus on some products from clean beauty brands to use them up before they expired. And I wanted to focus on things that I like well enough to pan, but don't want to immediately go out and repurchase. So we've got a little bit of mix of all of that there. I will be marking these products. I have markings on some things, but not everything. I need to basically leave everything sitting out so I can get them to level so I can mark them. So I will put markings on things. I will have weights on the screen. I'm going to try to weigh everything this year that I can. Some products are going to be too heavy for the scale, but I will let you know here. So let's jump on in to the products. First, I have one perfume, and that's because my perfume collection is actually super small right now. I have 3 travel sprays and 3 1-ounce bottles, and this is a scent that I purchased last year because I had one of those little freebie samplers and I really loved it, which is so rare for me. I actually fell in love with and purchased 4 different perfumes in 2022, and this is one of them. So I want to use this up so I can decide whether I want to repurchase it at all, to buy it in this size or in a larger size. This is Clean Reserve Aqua Neroli. It's a great spring summer scent, which is great because I have nothing left spring summer. I need to repurchase Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Please leave your favorite spring summer perfumes down below because I really want to expand my collection, but I'm so picky about perfume. But I don't have specific notes that I do love. I just know that I don't really like musk or baby powder. But anyway, the reason that I got this perfume is because it is so nostalgic. If you guys remember back in the day when Mary-Kate and Ashley had perfumes, not Nirvana, Mary-Kate and Ashley, they had a NYC and a LA fragrance. This smells exactly like one of those, except a bit more mature, and so nostalgic. I mean, just smelling it right now, I feel like I would only want to buy it again in this size, but I do love having it. Mary-Kate and Ashley were my ish back in the day. But anyway, this is a 0.34 fluid ounce size, or 10 mils. I don't really feel like that will be an issue to use up, but that will be fun to track. Again, I probably won't work on that until spring. Then for makeup, so much here. I have 4 different face primers. The first is a rollover from last year, and that would be the Dr. Brandt Pore Refiner Primer. Last year I had a full size that I used up, and then I rolled in my backup just to track the progress on it for fun. This is, like I said, the Dr. Brandt Pore Refiner Primer. I am more than halfway used up. This is my favorite pore filling primer, but I don't really feel like it's something I have to have anymore. I think I have other primers that are smoothing enough for me. And once my makeup's done, I don't feel like, oh, it's all settled into my pores. So that's why I would like to use it up. But this is something that does not work well with all of my other primers. So I'm so glad I've already made this much progress on it, because I'm still nervous about finishing it by the end of the year. And the primer that it does work well with is the one I'm using right now. It's in my winter project pan, as are a few of these other products. I'll have that linked for you guys. But that would be the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This is my favorite glowy primer. It has a gorgeous champagne glow. It does not make me too oily. And this is a 15 ml or half fluid ounce size. And I actually have 2 of these. So if I could use up both of them, that would be a whole ounce. I would be really happy with that. But if I can just get through one, I will be okay with that as well. I think I'll decide just depending on how long it takes me to get through the first one. But I think it might be possible, because the spring primer I have in mind is something that already has a ton of progress. This is the Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore Smooth Blur Drops. This is currently in my Charmed project pan. So I have made some good progress. I'm all the way down here. This is a 1 ounce size, but I would love to use this up. It is newer, but it only has a 6-month shelf life, which is absolutely insane. And then I think the oldest primer in my collection is totally unused. This was repurchased for me. This is the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. This has been long discontinued. This also says 6 months. Hilarious. So hopefully it's totally fine. And this has 40 mils or 1.35 fluid ounces. So this is a ton of primer. This will probably last me all of summer and fall, but we will see. And this I know does not work with this one. And if I remember correctly, it does not work with the Too Faced either. So hopefully I can get this finished up with those Becca primers. I'm nervous about this one, but feel okay about these 2. Then for foundation, I have 4, 3 main ones and 1 mixer. My first main foundation would be the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. I have the color 0.5 to 2, very light. This is currently in my winter project pan, so I have, at least where I started from, I had like 2/3 of this left. I do have a Amazon pump on here. It originally came with a little dropper that was absolutely terrible, but this pump is amazing from Amazon. Let me know if you want the link for it. This is too heavy for the scale. It's a very heavy glass bottle, but I will keep trying every update to see if a weight shows up, but I'm hoping to finish this towards the beginning of the year. My next foundation would be Estee Lauder Double Wear. I have the color 1W1 Bone. This had been a Holy Grail foundation of mine for years, but I've been panning things so much the past couple years that I haven't used this in a long time. And I hope I still love it as much as I do before. This is a brand new bottle. It does, I believe, have the typical 1 ounce in here. And I do have another pump that will go in here. And then I have the Fenty Ease Drop Skin Tint in the shade number 3. I did get a jump start on this for a month in 2023. And I do feel like it feels decently light. This was decluttered to me by my friend Jean, so she used it a couple times before I got it. So I'd say there's at least half of this left. And this has 1.08 fluid ounces, and this one is a little bit dark, as is this. I think maybe Estee Lauder is as well. I can't quite remember, but I think so. So my mixer foundation is going to be the Lawless Conceal the Deal Long Wear Full Coverage Foundation in the color Pearl. This is a nice yellow undertone, yellow, slightly peachy, and it is light, so it does end up being a pretty good mixer. At least it is with the L'Oreal foundation. Hopefully it will mix well with the others, and I do anticipate this to take me all year long to get through, because I don't need a ton of this. And if you guys watched last year's project pan, my NARS mixer took me 6 months using it every single day as a mixer. So let's see how I do with these 4 foundations. So far 4 is the magic number with complexion, because I have 4 concealers and 4 powders. but only 3 setting sprays. So I don't have any correctors in my collection currently, but I do have the Tower 28 Swipe Up Serum Concealer in the 3rd shade CC, and this is a little dark and peachy for me. So I'm going to be using this as a corrector replacement. I am using it today, and I do think it is working quite nicely. It has a really nice flat paddle applicator like I like, so I do think this is going to take me most of the year, or 6 months or so, because I only used it a few times. Then I have 3 regular concealers to get through, and I feel we're gonna be cutting it close because the first one is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. My perfect shade for under the eyes that's a little bit brightening is 12 in Fair Neutral, and this was brand new, so I do think that this is gonna take 5-6 months to get through approximately. And then my next oldest concealer is one that I really love. This is the KVD Good Apple, and I have the color Light 105. This doesn't feel too heavy, but I guess that's not quite saying anything, so we'll have to see where I'm at. But I really love this one. I would potentially repurchase this, but we'll see if my opinions change by the time I get through it. And then this one is newer, but I think besides those 2, the rest of my concealers were purchased in 2023. And I'm thinking this for the first part of the year, this for summer, and this for fall. But we'll see. This is the Coffee Main Match Concealer in the color Fudge Knock. N-A-A-C-H. I'm not sure how to say that, so let's see how I do with these concealers. All right, then for powders. Last year I used up some loose powders that I had backups of, and I'm so glad that I did, but my numbers did not go down in my inventory because I had backups. But this year I would like to focus on powders that I do not plan on repurchasing, at least for now, and 3 of the 4 are pressed powders, which are just not my favorite. I'm a loose powder girl, aside from having my Rimmel Stay Matte for mattifying and touch-ups. So we'll see how I do here. I'm a little nervous about getting through all of these. So first I have the Kosas Cloud Set Powder in Airy. This was brand new at the time I rolled it into my winter project. We will see how long this takes me to get through, because for all of these I do still plan on setting my face with a little bit of my Dermablend powder and then doing that on top, so I don't feel like I'll need as much of it. And then I also have this ColourPop Pretty Fresh powder in the shade Fair 1. This is more of a pressed powder with a tint than it is a powder foundation, so it doesn't have quite as much coverage, but this is such a good powder. If you are looking for a pressed powder with coverage that's not going to look too heavy or cakey, I would really recommend this one. And then I have a straight up powder foundation. This is the Too Faced Born This Way in the color Snow, and I have been using this for a couple months now to set the primer in my crease and also to clean up under my cheeks. That's what I did last year with my e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation because it was too light for me. This one is not that light, but I am gonna try using it that way, see how well I get through it, how long it takes. Using it that way, it's gonna take me all year, but I wanna focus on these other ones for my face first, and then we'll just kind of see when I finish these and where this is at. And I'm really nervous about this one. I think I have rolled this in and rolled this out of other year-long projects in the past. This is from Jaclyn Cosmetics, her luminous powder in the lightest shade Brighten Up. I'm scared of this because it is a glowy finishing powder and I like matte skin. So I don't know how I'm gonna get on with this, although it is a super subtle glow, and I think I'm going to basically do all of my face makeup before setting spray, then take a fluffy brush and just go over my face is my plan, because this would feel like such an accomplishment to get this used up versus passing it on. It has 0.10 grams or 0.35 ounces. And I have 3 setting sprays. Right now I only have 6 in my collection total, so I would be cutting my collection in half. I have the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. This is their full size, which is 2.03 fluid ounces or 60 mils. This is in my winter project as my setting spray. Then I have the Benefit Professional Super Setter. I don't know exactly how I want to use this. I'm thinking primer spray and setting spray to get through this one, And then the other one I have is the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Matte. Both of these are brand new bottles. This one I want to just use as my setting spray, so this might be good for summer and fall. I might try using this as my primer spray. This is my setting spray for winter, then using this primer and setting and spraying, seeing where we're at. If there's any left, I'll use it as primer spray and then use this one for setting spray, summer and fall. I'm not quite sure, we'll see what happens, but I want to finish all 3 of these sprays, which were all brand new. Then I have some cream cheek products. I would love your all's votes down below on which cream bronzer I should choose. Both of these are clean beauty brands, so I want to use them before they go bad. And I'm thinking I want to use half of the stick or hit decent sized pan on the one in the compact. So my stick bronzer would be the Merit Bronze Balm in the shade Clay. It's something I do really love. It's a nice sheer and buildable formula. It's a great color that I can use a lot of time throughout the year. So this is option 1. And option 2 is my Tower 28 Sculptino and Broad. So for now, my goal will be to use up half of this or hit pan on this. So let me know which one that you think I should go with. And then I'm so excited for these. These are Rare Beauty Liquid Luminizers. I got these in the holiday kit. And half the reason I was excited by the holiday kit is because I thought these would be so fun to put in a project. It would be a really nice accomplishment. So we have got the color Transcend and Magnetize. I was planning on using this the first 6 months of the year and then this the second 6 months of the year, or however long it takes me to get through these. This is currently in my winter project. So for eye products, I just have a few. No eyeshadows here. You guys know I love to just switch it up. For brows, I was going to have the Patrick Ta brow soap thing and the Benefit Brow Pomade. I actually decided to clutter them. I knew I just wouldn't enjoy using them. So I'm going to roll over from last year my Benefit Goof Proof Eyebrow Pencil in the shade 2.5. Last year I rolled it in, a couple updates in, just to track the progress. And this is how much we're starting with. And before I knew how much of this was going to be left, a long time ago on this list, I wrote that I wanted to work on the Lawless Shape Up Brow Pencil. This is the color Oak. I think the lightest shade would work best for me, but I think that I can make this work, although I'm really nervous. This has more of an oval shape. The tip is white. I'm not worried about it. I don't think it's anything yucky. I mean, it's coming right off. But seeing this makes me think of the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Pencil or whatever it's called, that is like literally insane to get through. When I tried painting that in the past, it was so slow moving, so I'm a little bit nervous. Okay, that's how much is in here. That seems reasonable, but I don't know. And with the shape of this, it's small enough that maybe I could use this on its own and I wouldn't have to use a precise brow pencil with it also. I'm not really sure, but if I could get through both of these, that would be amazing. And same as last year, I have 2 shadow sticks and a pencil liner that I want to use up. Starting with my shadow sticks, this is a Laura Mercier Caviar stick in the shade Kiss from a Rose. You guys know this is my favorite cream shadow formula. This is just a color I don't plan on repurchasing. This is a light icy purpley pink, and I think this will work really well in winter and spring. I am using it in my winter project right now. And next is something that I had on my list to pan in 2024, but I rolled it into my summer project. I think like the last month of my summer project last year. I used it all fall and I got through a good chunk of it, but there is definitely still a good bit in here as well. This is the Jouer eyeshadow stick in rose gold. I want to see the difference in the size. Laura Mercier has 1.64 grams. So this is rose gold, but there's like a little copper in there. You can see I've really worn it down to not being a ton. As always, I will scoop in here. Then for my one pencil liner, I'm so sad because this was limited edition and I love it. This is my favorite for spring. This is from ColourPop. This is a shade of Rosette, which is a rosy copper. It's already broken from the base. I don't really care. I still use them, no problem. This is really all that's left. So I do think that I could finish this just in spring. and I would be so happy with that. But if this ever came back, I would buy at least 2 of these. It is just the most beautiful color ever. So I feel really good about these eye products. Now on to lippies. This is where it's about to get nuts. So let's start with lip care. I want to roll in a lip scrub. This is brand new. I literally just got it for Christmas, but it is the only lip scrub in my collection, and I really enjoyed working on one the past 2 years, question mark. This is from ColourPop, 4th Ray Beauty. It is the Rudolph lip scrub, and it has 15 grams or 0.53 ounces. So it's a ton of product. I think this is gonna last me most of the year. Smells like a really lovely sweet mint, and this is something where I will be like taking a picture of it so we can see the progress, but I anticipate this taking me most of the year. I feel like I'm repeating myself, sorry about that. I really hope I love this formula. Then for the lip balm I want to use at the beginning of my makeup routine, that would be the Kopari Tripeptide Lip Cloud. I don't like this. I got this half off during the Ulta skincare event last year. It almost feels a little bit gritty on your lips, which is freaking gross, but I wouldn't want to pass it on with that texture, and I feel like I can use it up. This comes with 0.17 ounces or 4.7 grams. We'll see how long this takes if I use it every single morning. And it's something that, you know, I'm gonna end up wiping off before I put my actual lip product on for the day. So I feel like that's gonna be the best way for me to get through it. Then for my nighttime lip balm, this is a rollover from last year. I had rolled this into last year's project about a little bit more than halfway throughout the year. I think I only worked on this for the last couple months of the year. This is the Jack Black Night Mode Lip Treatment. I am about halfway done. I don't like this. This really seems just like regular Vaseline, but I am determined to finish it. 7 grams or 0.25 ounces. And then whenever this one is done, I'm gonna work on this. I don't even know if I can get through the both of these. This is the Belief Aqua Bomb Overnight Lip Mask. So excited to use this. I love all other Belief products, so I hope I enjoy this one just as much. It's a chunker, but I'm sure it's just a lot of excess packaging. It doesn't seem like there's any scent, but we'll see as I dig into this. This has 20 grams or 0.7 ounces. Oh my gosh. It has 3 times as much as this. This is 7 grams. This is 20 grams. Okay, well, I'm going to do my best. Then you guys know, if you follow along with my project, last year I used a lot of clear or lightly shimmery, essentially clear glosses as purse balm replacements. I want to make sure I use some of my EOS lip balms this year, but I think I'm just going to keep an EOS balm in my purse at all times in case I really need a more nourishing chapstick. But I do have a few other essentially clear glosses that I would like to use up. These are the 2 on my list right now. First is from In Beauty Project. This is their Lip Glaze in Candy Cane. This is a year old, I think. Could be maybe 2. And then, yeah, I think this is 2 because I think this is 1 year old. Anyway, this is the Tower 28 Lip Jelly in Dream. It's a light shimmery color, but essentially clear on the lips. And I know the Tower 28 glosses do go bad a little bit quicker. I've only used each of these like 2-3 times. Then for my main lip products, I actually have 7, 6 of which are glosses. The non-lip gloss product would be this M Cosmetics Lip Cushion in On Gel. This is not my favorite shade, but this is a really thin formula. Should be pretty easy to reapply and give enough color without being too much. I think I want to use this up in summer. Then we have all of my glosses. Again, a lot of these have only been used a handful of times. First is something that's already in my winter project, the Morphe Madison Beer Lip Gloss in the shade Venus. This has 4.5 mils or 0.15 fluid ounces. Then I have these Tower 28 Milky Lip Jellies in Pistachio and Cashew. I do have backups of both of these, which is why I want to use them up. I'm thinking spring and fall, and these come with 3.9 mils or 0.13 fluid ounces. Then I have a Jaclyn Pout Drip Lip Oil in Petal Drip. This has 2.6 mils or 0.08 fluid ounces. I'm thinking for winter. And then I'm thinking these also summer, but this could be fall. This is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. I'm a little bit nervous about these, but there is some windowing in here, and I think that the packaging just made it look like there was so much product, but we'll see. So the colors I have would be Reef and Amber, and it says these have 5.4 mils or 0.18 fluid ounces. So those are all the products I would like to for sure use up. Now let me show you my maybes. I would like to call this the wishful thinking category. So I have some base products, and I honestly do not think I'm gonna get to these, but I wanted to show them just in case. And what's even more ridiculous is because I have in mind that these products are gonna work really well together, and yet I have not tried them. So they're actually 2 to 3 are things that I have decluttered, but still held on to and would really like to finish. First being the Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover Foundation in 1-in-1 Ivory Nude. It's a little light and really is more coverage than I need. And I am hoping that the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter in the shade number 1 will go well with it. This is a little bit too deep for my skin tone, so I think mixing them could be great color. And I'm hoping this will maybe thin out the coverage a bit without making it runny. I'm hoping the textures will work together. And then I also had another powder if I get through all of those, which I don't think is happening. But again, wishful thinking. This is the Laura Geller Double Take Baked Powder Foundation in the color Porcelain. So we'll see what happens there. Then I have a ton of lippies. So I'm thinking if I feel like using another purse balm replacement, I have a full-size Lawless Forget the Filler Gloss in Rosy Outlook. I have used up several minis, but no full sizes. So I really just kind of, for experiment's sake, want to see how long it would take me to get through this. It has, I think that says 0.11 ounces and 3.3 mils. Then for other colored lip products, I'm not exactly sure where I want to go. I have a few here that I think that I would like to use up and not repurchase. And then I have some other ones that are either chunky or clean beauty that I want to use up before they expire. And these were particularly pricey. So let me know what you think I should do here in case I have extra time. This is the M Cosmetics Everglass Lip Dew. This is the shade Enchant. I have 2 Fido Glow lip serums. This warm color is Buff, and this more pinky shade is Nude. And then I have these other lippies that, at least right now, I don't plan on repurchasing after I use them up. The Naturium Fido Glow Lip Balm in Petal, which has quite a bit of pigment. I have 3 Caliray Glaze and Infused lip glosses. And this was a mistake. I started out with the nude color Taco Tuesday, and this might be the one that I choose to keep. And maybe I want to focus on these, or maybe I'd get more use out of the nude one. I'm not really sure. Let me know your thoughts. The peach is Likely Story, and the purple is Orchid Ranch. I definitely think I see these making their way into at least a seasonal project if there's extra time. That would be my last 2 mini Kosas wet lip oils. These were from a few years ago. We have Unhooked and Unbuttoned. These are more of their cream finishes, which I like better. And then lastly, I have some Kaja Gloss Shots. These were the 2 permanent shades. I do want to hang on to the limited edition shades. This is a mini, this is a full size. So the mini is Pink Drink. The full size is Honey Drizzle. I think they might be getting rid of this formula altogether. The mini has 3 mils or 0.10 fluid ounces, and the full size has 4.2 mils or 0.14 fluid ounces. That's a great size for a mini, not even half the product. It's more than half the product of the full size. So those are all of the items that I would like to pan in 2024 as of right now. You guys know from previous years that this can tend to change a lot. I will add things in, take things out. So I feel like 2024 is going to be the year of wishful thinking when it comes to panning. So definitely let me know your thoughts on the maybes for the lip products, on what things, in addition to my 7 main colored lip products, what other things do you think that I should have on my list to move on to if I finish these earlier? So I would love to hear your thoughts. It's just so much fun to talk panning. I've loved seeing everybody else's videos, and I hope you guys will subscribe to see the other projects I'm going to do this year. I do plan on doing my 4 seasonal project pans, and I am going to, of course, do my rolling year-long non-makeup project pan where I work on hair, skin, and body products. I am currently doing the Charmed theme project pan, which is year-long. I am going to join into Deck of Panning this year, and then I'm not quite sure what else, but I'm feeling really excited about it. I feel like that might be enough for me for the start, because I will have 2 year-long ones, because Charmed and Deck of Panning are all year long. So anyway, you guys, I would love to hear what you're gonna be doing project-wise or product-wise for panning in 2024. I want to thank y'all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.